Hello and welcome to Galata Plus. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the Malayalam thriller Antakshari, directed by Vipin. It stars Saiju Kurup, Priyanka, Nair, Sudhi, Koppa, and Vijay Babu, and it is streaming on Sony Live. Let's first talk about the title, Antakshari. Now, as many of you know, it is a game where you sing a song, and then when you finish the song with a particular letter, the person next in line has to begin a song with that particular letter. So there are two things structurally at work here. One is the same action is carried out through a period of time, then the action is singing a song. And second thing is there is an element of unpredictability because you don't know what song the other person is going to sing. Now think about a criminal's actions, let's say a thief or a serial killer. Aren't they similar to Antakshari in a way? There is a sense of continuity because the same action of killing or thieving is carried out over a period of time. And the second thing is the unpredictability factor because you don't know who the next victim is going to be. So yes, that is the connection between the title and the theme of crime in this thriller. But here's a surprise in this film. What happens is it takes a very long time for these connections to become really clear. One of the connections in this film that keeps appearing throughout almost is the theme of the film's song. There is a Yesudas name drop. The opening scene is that of a family watching a film song on a television set, and the name of the place the film is set in is called Kedar, which is also the name of a raga. And the cop character played by Saiju Kurup is fond of Antakshari. He plays the game with his family and he plays with the game with the people he's captured in his station as well, which makes him a kind of a cheerful eccentric, and Saiju Kurup captures this flavor beautifully. And slowly the thriller elements start kicking in. Now why is Saiju getting a strange call from a strange man who seems to know about his fondness for Antakshari? Now this sets the ball rolling and we slowly sink into a thriller where there is one common motif that many of the families in this film have a young daughter. There are also abused children, a youth wing leader who issues threats, strangled animals. There are also psychopathic men, there's a ton of stethoscopes, and there is also the old bike that Saiju owns. I mean, it's not even second hand, it's probably, I don't know, 20th hand or something like that. Priyanka Nair plays Saiju Kurup's wife, and slowly they come to the realization that they are in some kind of danger, but they don't know why or what. And we get to the middle portion of this movie, which is the investigation. What's going on? That's the question we keep asking, but even then the director keeps saying, wait. Now this roundabout approach has a strength and a weakness. The strength is that the more you keep the audience in the dark, the more anxious they're likely to get and the more intrigued they're likely to get, because they keep asking, okay, we know all these story threads are there, but when are they all going to come together? But the weakness is that some of these story threads never come together at all. They keep flapping in the wind. For example, there is a young engineering student who wants to study music. There is a mysterious woman named Naina. There is a woman who is in her second marriage, and that's no better than the one she had earlier. These are interesting outlines for characters, but they are not sketched out convincingly. There is also a scene early on where a little boy who belongs to a lower class and probably lower caste family, and he is told that he is not good enough to sit on a big shiny bullet bike. So I wondered if class or caste is going to play a factor in this movie, but that too remains a thread that remains flapping in the wind. Perhaps the point is to lead us all on a really big wild goose chase, but after about half an hour I began to wish for more focus in the narrative. The last half hour especially drags on, but Saiju Kurup's excellent performance keeps us all together. I mean, this is one of his most memorable performances yet. Technical aspects of the film are very good. There's some very evocative imagery. For example, there's a scene where a young girl is literally surrounded by trees and they seem to be bending towards her threateningly. It's a very eerie image, and Ankit Menon's music is very good. There's no clutter in the soundtrack, and the way the instruments are used, whether percussion or string, is also very different. Perhaps it's no surprise then that music is the major highlight of a film named Antakshari. So that's it about this movie. If you like this review, do subscribe to Galata Plus and see you soon at the movies.